So it's 2000. You've just had 8 main series Final Fantasies, or 6 if you're in the West, creating a worldwide sensation. You're on the cusp of developing a hyper-realistic CG feature film based on the franchise, because isn't that a fantastic idea? And you're settling into a groove of this newfangled optical media. You've got the space, you've got the know-how, and you've got the audience to create something incredible. Then you give everyone a miss, go back to your roots, and make something even better. 9 was, to many, the last real Final Fantasy. To others, it was an abandonment of the futuristic aesthetic that started to show its face in 6, developed in 7, and exploded in 8. You still got airships, political intrigue, and chocobos, but it feels much more natural for Zidane to be riding one than, say, Squall. When I say going back to the series' roots, I have to qualify the hell out of it. After all, this is a series that reinvents itself with every outing, leading to a paradoxical combination of they changed it, now it sucks, and all JRPGs are alike. Case in point, the cast of characters. Everyone thought that having immutable classes was a Final Fantasy thing when only 3 games in the series, 4, 6, and then 9, featured this. Some characters were flavored a certain way, of course. Christus is kind of a blue mage, and Cid Highwind is kind of a dragoon, but you can stick whatever summons, junctions, or command materia you want on either. If anything, 9 represents a return to when class actually mattered. Vivi's existence as a black mage is significant to the plot, as is Garnet's existence as a summoner, and so on down the line. But let's not get ahead of ourselves. You've got your standard evil empire, headed by a corrupt and frankly ugly dictator, whose inexplicably gorgeous daughter runs away from home during a Shakespearean-esque performance aboard a theater airship. One member of this airborne troop/thieves guild is Zidane, a would-be adventurer and ladies' man, whose first instinct upon meeting said princess is to lay on the moves. Kind of unprecedented for Final Fantasy, which at that point had retreated to emotionally distant protagonists who only grudgingly have anything to do with the rest of the cast. Add a few royal relationships, a ball-busting Knight Templar, the return of an equipment system that allows for wearing more than 2 items at a time, an AP-based ability learning system tailored to each character, and plenty of backhanded references to its predecessors, and you've got an engaging, interesting game. And then the soundtrack. Oh, the soundtrack. Forsaking the techno-driven aspects of its 2 most recent predecessors, 9 picked up its oboe and penny whistle and returned to a more Ren Fair flair in keeping with the traditional motif. You can justify a playthrough of this game simply to hear what I consider to be the best-sounding entry in the series. And no discussion of 9 would be complete without mentioning the active time event system, basically an optional pause in the main narrative to provide a glimpse of what's going on outside your party. One could consider this a diametric counterpart to the Star Ocean series' private actions, which give you supplemental information and details on your party, but remaining focused on the main character as a participant in each exchange. ATEs grant the same kind of information, but completely divorced from the character you control, giving an even more naturalistic look at the actions of your compatriots. If it sounds like I've taken too hard a turn into the analytical, know that if any Final Fantasy deserves it, it's 9. This game set out to be a distillation of the entire series and comes up with a concentrated, focused experience that rewards close attention as well as the occasional side quest. If I have any gripes with the experience, it's that the card game system is a complete afterthought, suffering from both overcomplicated mechanics and a lack of tangible benefits. You can be the greatest card player in the world, but aside from respect and a certificate, that means nothing at all. Give it a pass and just enjoy the game for what it is, devoid of the dark cynicism that any current trends in the series may have instilled in you. After all, once you start down the dark path, forever will it dominate your destiny.